I'm in. I made it. I survived. Q has been defeated. Also, I gotta record tonight. Because I don't know what the heck I'm doing on Druid, man. We're gonna learn tonight, but... Start recording now so you don't forget. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing support Druid, man. Imagine being a minute late. It's not my fault. It's the server's fault, man. Reset is always at 10:03. Or 9:03, whatever. When they make reset happen at 9, I'll go live at 9. He's dropping thesis and maintenance. Oh my god. What oil do I use? That seems right. That does not seem right. I use this. Can I have it back, please? Can I have... thank you. Alright, I use bountiful maintenance. Is that what I bought beforehand? It is. Okay. First test of what to do on Druid passed. Gonna ask what queues are like, but you don't want to wait an hour to join? Yeah, that's probably fair. Well, it's 9. I don't know. I mean, reset queues move so slowly. But 9 is like right at the edge of whether you'd actually get in or not. You could always log in queue, and then you could like do something else with your time. And if you hear the queue noise go off, then you can log in. I'm perfectly fine with that alternative. You can give me bad Druid advice, and because this is my second time playing Druid ever, I won't know what's good advice and what's bad advice. If you tell me to use, like, CA5 on cooldown, I'll believe you. It'd be like one person in Twitch chat told me that it's good, I'm gonna do it now. Hey, Azure. Two minutes, alright. That sounds right. Yeah, man, yeah. Is my bear passive? My bear is passive. So let's break down important skills, right? Bear 2, Condi clear. This thing, Condi clear when I'm in CA. This thing, Condi clear when I'm in CA. This is my res when I'm in CA. This is my ally stun break. This is Condi clear, but also a big heal. This is regen. This is a mob. This is healing. This is healing. This is healing. This is a water field. This is a blast. This is a blast. This is a blast. This is also not healing. Okay, so we really only Oaken Cultural Blast. You are for generating CA because you hit a ton of people. Or is that you? I think that's you. Yeah, you hit a ton of people. We definitely Hunter's Call. And then your region. So high priority skills. 5 into 3. 4 for a mob. 1 and 2 is filler. Waterfield, 5-3. 4 to build CA. I can kind of handle that. 5 and 3 onto it to blast for big heal. What is one of these? A water field? Oh, you're a blast finisher. Okay. You're a water combo field. Are you still a water combo field in CA? No, you're not a water combo field in CA. You're... okay, my heal. Got it. Okay. My heal is the water combo field. So I can heal into Warhorn 5, Mace 3. I can Staff 5 into Staff 3. In CA, I can Cold Snap for a blast. And then in CA, it's just like 1 through 4, right? Like, that's it. They just do everything. And then I try to build astral energy as fast as I can. We'll take a look again when it's back up. But that seems like about it. How do I feel about Phantasmal Disenchanter? Is that the one that makes Phantasms immune, or is that the one that makes Phantasms rip boons? We should be fighting TM and Dead Evo on this map. Rar then, I think? Son of a... Alright, they didn't look at the scores. I didn't think we were gonna win the last skirmish, man. I was in his squad and I didn't believe. It's the skill... It's the Phantasm skill that rips boons and bounces. Is it Greatsword 4? Or is it the utility skill? Like, either way, I think it's fine. The only phantasmal thing that I don't like on Mesmer is the one that makes your phantasms immune. I think that skill's cancerous. Or that trait is cancerous. I don't know, man. Twitch is weird. It's probably because, like, I don't have Twitch partner and they hate my ass. It just tells me, like, 10 minutes later because they don't want me to succeed. Well, Kyoshi also does PvE, so he gets favoritism. Yeah. Yeah. Do we got a lot of people outside this tower, huh? What happened to the north? Oh, he's escorting Yaks. That's fine. I mean, there wasn't comms, so it wasn't as interesting as I was hoping. I really wish someone had recorded, though. They were really good fights. Yes. That was when we were fighting Bully on Wednesday. That was when we were fighting Shield +8. You were there, Kyoshi. You streamed. You were playing Firebrand, so I can understand that you may have, like, not noticed anything going on. What the fuck? That's rude. I guess so. I had fun. I thought they were really good fights. Tyrion's New Year. I think Disenchanter's fine, but honestly, Mesmer's got like 6 options to run in the utility slot. You have Portal, you have Veil, you have IOL. Stab Mantra's your auto-include, Nullfield's fine, Precog is like bad, but fine. Signet of Illusions is good. Like, there's so many utilities on Chrono that you want to use. It's hard for Phantasmal Disenchanter to actually get the nod when everything else is really strong as well. TM is on Tombs of Draskyria. Blue is Ludgardus? I have no idea who's actually on Ludgardus. Do I think Mimic IOL is worth it? No. If you need to IOL twice, you kind of don't deserve to win. In my opinion. Like, A, don't go down in the first place, but B, if you go down once, you should not then, like, go down again. Also, then you have to run Mimic and IOL, and, like, you don't do anything anymore. And you have to spend your Mimic on IOL when you could, like, Mimic Veil instead. Even from a commander perspective, I don't think that Mimic IOL is the right call. Just tell people to dodge instead. That is going to be TM fighting whoever is here for green. Who needs a support firebrand in team chat? Damn. Good road. We'll take some of that stab. Alright, let's do some practice, shall we? We're taking a bunch of damage. I need to heal. 5, 3. I think I may have interrupted it. We still need to heal. Heal. 5, 3. Okay, down. If we need to move fast, leap, wisp. We've got escapes, and then we can 5, 3. Blast for heal. What is resetting my cooldown on this? Recharged if I heal, reduce recharge if I heal another ally. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. So I can like a mob here. I'll just blast into these fields because they still proc Caracosa, and then I can just auto attack people. Heard some guilds are hopping alliances next month, February. I haven't heard a ton yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. People seem like they move around every month. You just logged into copy paste and team chat for group morale. Lunatic's already doing it in squad chat. So he's got you covered. He's putting in some real effort right now. But, you know, doesn't hurt to have more. Alright, I feel TM here. I can feel the lag kicking in. Yep, there they are. You could just feel everything get slower. I'm grabbing nodes. I appreciate the team building tag. Team building's important. Oh, fuck, he's so far ahead of me. I shouldn't need to get my tag, man. Do I see Condis on my party? No. Not really. Okay, I see a couple Condis. I can clear that with my bear. Let's go heal. 5, 3. I probably want a CA here, because it seems like a lot of things are happening. I'm just going to use all of my 1 through 4 skills. I don't really know what they do, but they're probably good. I can glyph that. I see downs. I can res those downs. CA expires soon. Let's use the rest of our CA stuff as long as we're here. And now we want to rebuild our astral energy. So give me a little bit of this. That's scary. Definitely don't do that. My astral's already ready again. That Warhorn 4 technology is amazing. We just mash heals. Okay. Druid is kind of easy. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm on the top of the healing meters. This is like my 4th fight on Druid, and I'm number 1 on healing. I gotta work on cleanses, though. I'm getting bodied on cleanses. Alright. Healing, on lock. Completely fine. No problems. Cleanses, though. What am I missing for cleanses? What angles can I get here? CA removes conditions. Save CA until you actually have to remove cleanses from your allies. Entering CA is like Tome of Resolve. It's 3 clears. Just remember it. Is it also when you leave? No, it's only when you enter. Whatever. No. 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 No, 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 no. Also, like, skirmishing, I'm net decking this build. I stole it from Meta Battle. Skirmishing seems so bad. I find it hard to imagine that there's not a better trait line than skirmishing. Like, what do you get for support out of skirmishing? Who cares? Firebrand's job. Who cares? Scrapper's job. Who cares? I don't do damage. Who cares? Scrapper's job. Who cares? I don't even think I use traps. I don't use traps. None of these are traps. And this is like, oh, your next weapon skill recharges faster when you swap. This is the only thing I get that actually helps me support people on Druid. Ain't no way, man. It's so hard to believe that that's like my best option. But I guess so. So healing seems fine. Let's see what happens next fight if I prioritize cleanses. Our cleanses are Vine Surge, kind of. Vine Surge, kind of. Okay, I'm starting to see why maybe I don't beat people on cleanses. Vine Surge, kind of. Entering CA. CA2. Utility 3, Glyph of Alignment. I only have like 4 Conti Cleanse skills, and I'm supposed to be good on cleanses? I don't know about all that. I guess we'll try. It's coming soon, TM. No, it's me. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm behind my commander again. I can fix this. They did release bikini skins and plush Warclaw. Imagine being off tag? Yeah, imagine being fucking rich. With nodes. Could be me. Oh, good line. Where's my stab? My stability? Alright, I don't really see Condis yet. That's Condis. I'll go into CA now. And then as I see more Condis, I'll use 2. I'll mash 2. This is Condi Cleanse as well. I'll use C. I'll use 2. I'll use 4 for healing. I'll use 2. I'll end CA. I'll use Warhorn 4 to get all of my Astral Force back. I will 5 into 3. I will 5 into 3. Cleanses? Bad. I'm just going to focus on heals. Like, my party didn't really take damage, and these aren't close fights, but... Yeah, when it looked like we were going to be in the same matchup as WL, I was like, maybe we should go red. But that was a T3 problem, and we're in T2 now. Content on Red BL, that one time we went red was not bad. Yeah, but by the time WL gave up... Oh, because by the time WL gave up, we could go to another map, and then we got more content. That was a good night. I'm not going to apologize. I should apologize to Dead Evo. But, like, it wasn't even my fault. I just asked Pancake where he was going tonight, and he didn't correct my mistake. Yeah. Pancake is world #1 gift of battle collector. Bridge. Val. TM. Both of them. They're going back across the bridge. I should just have meta battle up in another one. Worldly World Zerg. Support Druid. Because if I scroll down a bit, cleansing. Healing Spring should be dropped when clashing with the opponent or preemptively before an enemy spike. Okay, I can do that. Oh, this is a trap. Hang on. What was my trap synergy? Increases the duration of boons and conditions applied by traps. Okay, so it increases the duration of regen. And it does remove a condition per... No, it doesn't pulse. Never mind. Okay, so Healing Spring is like my linchpin. That's my on-engage. I guess Vine Surge is just where I get most of my cleanses from. And then Seed of Life I can cast while other things are being channeled. Yeah, I really only have like 7 clears. Okay, cool. So I just have to work my ass off for clears, and I should primarily focus on healing. I can do that. They're in Lord's Room. Nice try. I'm blasting, man. I'm blasting. Nice downs. Alright, this is going to be Clash. I'll drop a heal here. I'll blast it. I don't need to clear Condis yet. I don't need to heal yet, so there's no real reason to get into CA. Although I guess if I get into CA, I can just get the cooldown for CA back faster. You know what I'm saying? And I can just cleanse all these. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Does sentry turret still count as a body? You mean does sentry turret, like, target cap? Yeah, but it, like, barely has any health. It'll soak, like, 2 hits. Also, my healing's dog water now. But also, I feel like my party isn't taking damage. Maybe I should just mash heals. Maybe I should just jump into CA immediately. I wish there was another druid here that I could compare myself against. But I think I'm just going to ignore Condis for the next couple fights and see if I can ladder on healing again. If you're used to driving, you should have that mentality of, man, like, fuck my party, they need to be there for me. A little bit of sniff. I'm looking. Oh, a bad man. Oh, they're coming in. Hello. Dude, I'm chilling, man. Like, this is vibes. Modus needs some Condi cleanse, though. I know it's not, like, exactly my job. Give me that deep Warhorn 4. Blast that line. Give resistance to people moving through the choke. And then Vine cleanse. Alright, other people are definitely picking up. I think that first fight was a fluke. Or, you know what it actually might have been, now that I think about it, is that first fight, we actually had downs, and I got a good glyph of the stars off. That may have been almost all of my healing in that fight. That'd explain a lot. The equipment's all set up and everything, right? Like, I'm running Caracosa, yeah. This is all Minstrel. Yeah, transference, fine, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, everything should be fine. But that feels like the basics. The only thing I may not have the firmest grasp of right now is what the hell my rotation in CA is. Oh, shit. Who's taking this? Let's move it here so we can actually see. Saki HZH into BS. Who's getting roamed on? Where are you? Squishy, where are you? Oh, you're like way back here? I can't help that, man. Zix got you anyway. What's he gonna do? Leave without saying goodbye? Drew's fine. He's chilling. He does. He says it every time. That Tyrion is a slub? Yes. Good Veil. Please don't say they're going jumping puzzle. I still have trauma from me making that call on Wednesday. We saw a group outside like North Bay, and the call was, oh, they went to the jumping puzzle, and we never saw them again. We never found them again. Green up top. Weekly camp capture, let's go. I'm inting, I'm inting. I don't really think I need to do anything here. We're way bigger than they are. I don't even need to be in CA, honestly. Oh, get so entangled. I'm doing things. I'm an offensive powerhouse. Zeph is kind of fun. Like, Vine Surge is a cool skill, man. Tack, I saw that. Build. Oh. I bet they have a veil. I'm just playing. I'm playing. Plus, he used Veil at the camp. We just didn't take it. He asked me if he could come. It was your ass in my DMs like, who's this? He says that you talked to me about it. Okay. Next time, I'll ping you and I'll use government names. Instead of going, hey, 5 people from DTF want to come tonight. We're server allies, man. I can't believe you don't know our server allies. That's messed up, man. Donk shed blood to get us into T2. Bomb is done already. They finished. They're good. They're chilling. I'm hitting the Lord, yeah. I'm building my celestial energy. I'm destroying a trebuchet build site. Beam is kind of neat, too. What's my range on this thing? 12? Oh, there's a group. I shouldn't be on the ramp. We gotta go save our boy. Oh, please, my stab. I was gonna bully my firebrand, and then I looked at my squad UI and realized I don't have one. Yumi, do you have any thoughts on this, or are you just chilling? Do you want to participate in this conversation? Okay, I was just asking. That's fair. How'd your strikes go with Def last night? Was that fun? Or your raid? Okay. No, we're putting the Thursday raid static back together. Alliance PvE night, baby. Yeah? Mm-hmm. See, Lunatic wants to join. Did Power finally stop doing, like, monthly Doom CM or whatever he was doing? Oh, good try. Please, spend all of my supply. I don't want to have to build anymore. Yes! No refund. Practicing support druid with nurse to boon generation incoming. Who's doing the might then? Blasting firefields. Firebrand tome 1, skill 4. Blast. 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 There's your might. And then mid-combat? I don't know. Firebrand and Power. Usually does a pretty good job. Tempest, generating fire aura by, like, dipping into fire and back out of it. And generate 1 fire aura, it stacks a ton of might. Is KA losing might completely, or is it just getting the might duration nerfed? Let me go look. Because if KA still generates might, kinetic accelerators is still going to be good. It's just not going to be insanely good. Mid-combat? It's probably going to come from KA, unless they completely gutted KA. Yeah, it'll be from kinetic accelerators. Either kinetic accelerators or fire auras from Tempests. And if you're not running kinetic accelerators, and you're not running Firebrand, and you're not running Tempest, then you might have to think about that a bit more. But honestly, having to think about your might sources is kind of good. Might is one of those boons that's like semi-free and you don't really have to spend a lot of time thinking about, but it would be interesting if you did. If you're Druid, you don't have a Tempest or Scrapburn Druid? You don't. What you get in exchange is better heals and a really good res utility. So it's up to you to evaluate with your group. Would you rather run the raw healing and the res utility the Druid brings? Would you rather get a bit of the resistance that Druid provides, which is also really nice? Would you rather get some of the supplementary mob that Druid generates, or would you rather have the might gen from something like a Scrapper or a Tempest? That's like an interesting choice that groups will have to make, which is good. Making groups choose what kind of stuff they want is good. Like, Glyph of the Stars is way better than Glyph of, like, Renewal on Tempest. And Scrapper doesn't have, like, real res utility at all. You have Function Gyro, but Function Gyro just dies. It doesn't actually do anything. You can only really res people with Function Gyro in, like, a 1v1 kind of situation, otherwise it gets stunned immediately and then dies. Or, doesn't Scourge still generate might? Or did Scourge get Vigor? I think Scourge got Vigor. Let me check. If Scourge had might on barrier application still, you could do, like, Firebrand Druid Scourge. And that would be your might source. Or I could just ask Viridian, because Viridian will know. What's up, Viridian? How you doing? I should probably stun break that. Oh no. Oh god. Oh Jesus. World versus World is good tonight. We're enormous because we're the only guild that runs Reset in the Alliance, so it's not like super competitive. I was talking with Keanu about with the nerfs to Druid that are coming up on February 11th. It's getting a bunch of its might generation and might uptime pretty thoroughly gutted. What do you think is the best way for groups to generate might mid-combat? Like, pre-combat, you can just blast fire fields, but mid-combat is going to be a little bit more complicated because groups that run Druid generate a ton of might. Kinetic Accelerators generates a ton of might, and both of those are kind of going away. So you can, like, Firebrand Empower, and that might be fine. You could blast fire fields in, like, a coordinated way, and that might be fine. But in general, what do you see people doing for mid-combat might generation after the patch? I feel like I need to give resistance to my squad right now. I see people about to go down. I'm gonna hold Glyph. No, I'm glyphing. Get glyphed. If people die back there, then they'll have it. It's a little laggy. Oh, good emobes. I see those emobes going off, man. I see those emobes going off. CA's already ready again? That's beautiful. That was kind of a sick rotation. I don't think I'm great at Druid yet, but that was pretty good. Most EU groups are going to stay Scrapper. Druid losing all its might in CA just puts it too far behind Scrapper. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I think Druid gets a fair bit worse this patch. And I also still think that, well, I don't know. It really depends on how much people value Barrier post-patch. But if Barrier is still really valuable, Scrapper's probably still going to be the best support. If Barrier becomes a lot less valuable and people start running like solo Spectre or like solo Scourge to handle Barrier, I can see Staff Tempest being a more accepted choice for like the meta secondary healer role, the profession that's primarily in charge of healing Condi Cleanse. I think Staff Tempest is really strong right now. And the only thing it doesn't have over Scrapper is lack of access to Barrier. Super depends on comp and which DPS you're using. That's also true. There's some DPS professions that generate a ton of self-might. I'm sort of listening. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we also could have changed our raid days, but like it's so entrenched at this point that people would forget to show up. So we're just gonna wait for your work schedule to change. Yeah, there is also cheesecake as the option. That's true. I just think it's interesting to have to think a little bit more about mid-combat might. I mean, I personally don't, because I still think Firebrand is slightly better than Chrono is, and so my solution to mid-combat might is just to empower right before my commander pushes again. But I don't think that's a trendy opinion to have anymore. I think most people are on board the Chrono train instead of the Firebrand train for primary stab. And your might gen on Chrono is quite a bit worse. If you're using Zerkers as your 1 DPS, make sure they have the outside Fury gen. Yeah, I would love to see a meta where Firebrands could go back to using like Pack instead of Phoebe, because Pack is kind of sick as a relic. Also, doesn't Pack give Might as well? Hold on. Let me go look at something quick. No, it's just super speed. Oh, it used to be Fury and they nerfed it. I remember now. Yeah, that's too bad. Pack was sick when it gave Fury. Now that it's just super speed, it's not nearly as interesting. I thought there was another one that gave Fury, though. Wasn't there? I thought there was. We'll check. We'll see. Rivers is still going to be sick, even though it's 1 second of alacrity. Midnight King? No, Midnight King's the one that makes poison better, I thought. There's a lot of relics, huh? Hmm. It's none of these. Oh, that's Demon Queen I was thinking of. Yeah, you're right. Midnight King. That's when you disable an enemy. I thought it was gain boons on elite skill use. But yeah, Midnight King is a pretty good source of Might Fury. And Firebrand does have a lot of ways to disable foes. I could see a world where Relic of the Midnight King is actually kind of sick on Firebrand. Or DPS Spellbreaker. DPS Spellbreaker probably goes nuts on Relic of the Midnight King as well. That could be a really neat Might Fury source, because a lot of the DPS relics just aren't that interesting. Backstab those wounds? It just gives super speed. I was just looking at it. It only gives super speed. I'll check it. Oh, nope, it does. What? Hang on, that tooltip is wrong. Oh, you have to mouse over it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so Pack is a really good option if you need Might Fury uptime. Midnight King is a really good option if you need Might Fury uptime. I'm supposed to be on Caracosa. Yeah, tooltip lied, but, well, not tooltip lied. Description lied, but tooltip was right. So Pack is a neat way to generate Might Fury if you have a good elite that doesn't have a long cooldown. Firebrand Elite Mantra probably being the best choice. Midnight King is a really neat option on something like Scourge. Scourge has a decent number of disables. DPS Spellbreaker has a decent number of disables. Firebrand has a decent number of disables. That would be an option. You can still run KA. It's not as good, but honestly, Shortbow, Kinetic Accelerator, Scrapper could do permanent might at 25 stacks by itself. So that kind of needed to go. Like, KA Scrapper was stupid strong. Druid also did a bunch of it, but they were mostly passive sources, and having a few more active sources of, like, I'm going to choose to give my allies might right now, instead of I'm doing other things and my allies are going to get might by proxy. I feel like that's neat. Like, if you've listened to me yap for any amount of time, you know that the more thoughtful choices that people have to make about builds and playstyles in World versus World, the better the game mode is, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go get my nodes, and then I'm gonna get supply. I sure hope that other people in my squad don't get supply before I do. I'm going as fast as I can, but I gotta get these nodes first. I might not get there. Uh-oh. Oh no, they're at the depot now. I sure hope there's some supply left for me. Oh, all the supply's gone. Shoot. Alright, I'll have to grab it at the next objective. Just took too long on nodes. Yeah, anything that requires supports to play better is good. Also, like I was having this conversation with Cecil last Friday, and he was saying that any meta where dodge is your strongest defensive utility is a good meta. I agree with that 100%, and I do think there's times in this meta that either IOL or barrier have felt stronger than dodging. Just because dodge is such an easy cover to excuse lazy play and lazy positioning and lazy dodging. So I think that's going to make for a more interesting meta as well. We'll see, though. I mean, it's always the case with big balance patches that when a lot of things get changed, there's the potential for like powerful builds to slip through the cracks. What kind of soul beasts are the gamers? Zik is running Electrocute, Wild Strikes, Unleashed Thump. That's Mace, right? That, I think, might be Mace. Because doesn't Mace have, like, the Unleashed mechanic on it or something? He's using these. It's Hammer? Okay, they're running Hammer. I know shit all about Rangers, man. I'm doing a lot of learning tonight. Oh, Blue's here. Hello. Alright, let's prepare to be good at the game. I'll blast one. I'll put down my little thing here, my little fucking thing. And then I'm just gonna roll a bunch of sustain. I see a lot of Condis on my party. I'll go ahead and use my little anti-Condi button. I'll use my other anti-Condi button. I don't see any Condis on my party. I can mash heals. CA is ending soon. I'm lagging. Alright, CA over. We Warhorn 4. We swap. We immob. That hits 100 people. We get all of our CA back. We did okay. Still got bodied by Superman Dan on Tempest. But, well, now actually all the NGs just kicked in. Never mind. Not too excited about playing it, but excited about the direction it's going. Is it because damage hasn't been tuned down yet? Is that your concern? That, like, Hollow, Zerker, DH are basically untouched, and the tool that everybody used to deal with high spike damage is, like, half as effective? Zoop. In some Rangers, but most just use Barrage to farm numbers. Yeah, we've been fiddling around with Soul Beast. We've also been fiddling around with Untamed. Like, Herrick is on Untamed tonight. You'll see him pop up on meters as Pikoe. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to figure out, like, how many boons it can remove. But there's a couple people in K&T, the guild that I'm running with tonight, that are interested in trying to make Ranger work despite the odds. So I think they're just playing around with some things tonight. Think it's an evident concern, but for you, excitement comes from the potential of weird or radically different builds? I don't know, man. I think that we might see some radically different builds. Like, where my head is at for upcoming meta is, like, we already know that the fact that Arc Divider hits for 20k is so good that it warps the meta into running degenerate, like, 4 support comps that stack barrier. And now that barrier's gone, what are your best defensive utilities against getting hit in the face for Arc Divider by like, 20k damage? It's like Rite of the Great Dwarf, Firebrand, Courage 5, improved protection from Tempest is like the three things I thought of first. But nobody's really running Vindy, and you don't even need to run support Vindy to extract value from Rite of the Great Dwarf. You can run like DPS Vindy with like Jalis Alliance, and you can just mash the hell out of Rite of the Great Dwarf, and everyone takes 50% less damage. I feel like that's going to be a core component of some of the comps that come out of this post-patch environment. Just because Jalis is going to be really, really good. And nobody really plays DPS Vindy right now. Like, I've seen boys post a couple of comps that use DPS Vindy, or like a couple of montages that use it, but outside of that, like, who the hell's running DPS Vindy these days? I think DPS Reaper is really well positioned to come back because you've got the extra health padding from your Shroud to live through big damage spikes. And, well, DPS Reaper isn't like a brand new thing. Nobody's running DPS Reaper for like the last 2 years or so. Except for SHW, because they swear by it. And DPS Spellbreaker also looks reasonably well positioned to like actually do things in the meta. It's like a fringe DPS build right now, but I see it getting a lot better with the buff to dual wielding. And also because Boon Rip is just going to be a little more important now that there's less boons floating around in the overall environment. It's like, I don't think the support meta is going to change that much, but I think the DPS meta is kind of primed for new stuff to show up. There's also that, like, Strip Untamed might actually be a thing. Didn't they buff the autos in Shroud like crazy? I saw that they buffed Shroud 5. I don't know if they buffed the autos. I'd have to look at it again. But I thought it was Executioner's Scythe that now has like an actual meaningful coefficient. So it's going to be a big single target nuke that hits like a truck. No, please, my stun. Good thing I have a stun break. The other thing that Reaper got is the Spiteful Spirit buff, where you rip 2 boons instead of 1 with Spiteful Spirit now. And Reaper can do that every 10 seconds, which is really, really good. So I think Reaper is going to be an outstanding boon removal profession that doubles his DPS rather than his support. You don't really think any of the builds strike you as something you want to be excited about? What do you want to be excited about, Viridian? What's the kind of weird off-meta build that would pull you back into the game? Is it like Condi Reaper? Is it Strip Chrono? Is it like Daredevil? What's on your wish list every time you look at a set of patch notes and you're like, man, I hope they do X? Like to see things that are historically underpowered, so you have these niche usage. Core Necro and Core Guard would be... I do wonder if... I don't even know where that would be on the balance team's radar. If they're even thinking, like, should we buff core builds for viability? In case there's people who are free to play, but also want to seriously engage in World versus World. Like, I think that's a neat initiative. I think it would be positive for the game mode. I just wonder if that's something that's even on their radar. You think support soul beast is closer to existing than most people think? As primary support, as stability? What are you doing? Like stance share? Is how you would get that up to speed? I'm assuming? Or do you see doing something else with it? Because I remember there was a long time for Tempest where people were like, they're never going to do Aura Share in World versus World, and then they got Aura Share, and it made Tempest good. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. I think it would also be neat if you had a profession where it was primary support on one spec, on Soul Beast, and then it was secondary support on another spec, like on Druid. Needs one more stab generator, and that could see a lot of play. They could do that through, like, a pet utility, maybe. Take some pet that doesn't really see use, give it a source of pulsing stability on, like, a 40-second cooldown or something, like a little mini Hallowed. Because then it's like, if your pet dies or you're not careful with your pet, then you lose access to it, and that's, like, an interesting decision-making coefficient for a ranger to have to make. It's like, how do you try and protect your pet so you can get that stab cooldown off? I could see that. Graves Commander. I'm getting him. It's me. I didn't get a tag. It's okay, though. I don't mind. I'm just happy that my friends succeeded. Yeah, I'm happy to see my friends succeed. I love my friends. $100. Oh, they just took this. Firebrand can tap into stab how many times? 7 times plus? Well, no, because there's a difference between one stack of stab and multiple stacks of stab. At least in my opinion. Like, the one stack of stab is fine to get you over a line, but if you're clashing on engage, you're still going to get CC'd if you give somebody one stack of stab. So as far as I'm concerned, Firebrand has 3. It has Stand Your Ground, it has Indomitable Courage, and it has Hallowed Ground, which technically is the one stack, but it pulses, so it's multiple stacks. The fact that Courage 5 has stab on it, like, doesn't really matter. The fact that your Elite Mantra has stab on it is, like, a pretty important reason for why the Elite Mantra is so good, but you're not using it for stab, you're using it for stun breaks. And then the fact that it has one stack of stab on top of it prevents the person who you stun broke from getting immediately CC'd again. But it's not like, it's not a stab cooldown unless you're desperate. So Firebrand has 3. It's got 2 good sources of stab, and it has 1 pulsing stab. And then Chrono sort of has 3, but it's complicated because you can mash the hell out of Mantra of Concentration, but once you've mashed the hell out of Mantra of Concentration, you're like, no stab. And then you have Distort, but Distort's a really long cooldown, but you could Signet of Illusions it back. Like, Chrono has much better stab uptime than Firebrand, but it's much harder to play. You can be a lot worse at stability on Firebrand and still help your party than if you're bad at stability on Chronomancer. If you're bad at stab on Chronomancer, your party's fucked. DMing who? Okay. Okay. Did Phoenix ever give me his contact info? No, he didn't. This asshole. Respectfully. This asshole, parentheses, respectfully. Phoenix, are you on here? No. Alright. I'll see if he gets back to me on Discord then. Yeah, I need to... I mean, this is like my 2025 New Year's resolution to spend more time playing Druid. Because it's one of the two blind spots that I still have in the game mode. The other one being Thief. And I only really need to learn how to play Thief if people keep playing Spectre. So... brushing up on my Ranger ability is definitely something that I've had an eye on for a while. So we're going to learn how to play Druid. We're going to wait until the patch on the 11th. We're going to learn how to play Untamed, because I want to see if that Untamed build is any good, now that you're exploding spores, rip more boons. And then we'll also fiddle around with Soul Beast, just because Soul Beast seems like it's in a weird spot now. It's like sort of damage, but it's not quite good enough. It can sort of be support, but it's not quite good enough. But just having more familiarity with them would be nice. It's good enough to see DPS play, but like, is it a real DPS profession? Like, it does fine on meters, but I've never seen a Soul Beast beat like a real DPS profession. I've never seen a Soul Beast beat a Berserker. I've never seen a Soul Beast beat a DH. Unless the DH is the bad, or the Berserker's bad. And the Soul Beast is like really good. But then that's the whole thing with DPS in general, is that like when you're good on DPS, you can play anything you want. You can show up on DPS Tempest, and if you're a good DPS player and the rest of your squad is bad, you're going to be top on Downs contribution. You seen good Soul Beasts compete with good Berserkers and good Hallowsmiths? Noted. I don't think I've played with Soul Beasts that are that good then. With the utmost respect shown to the Soul Beasts that we have in squad today. Because I don't think Hax and Zik are really slouches either. That's us. We're damaging the gate. True. That's pretty true. Guilds where the commander puts guilds where the commander puts their real life first, not naming names, and holds a job instead of sacrificing personal opportunities for a video game. No. We're not doing... Can you imagine a GoFundMe that's like, help this guy who yells at me in a video game continue to yell at me in a video game by paying his rent? No, he's literally on top of you. He's right behind... He's the yellow tag? He's like... Yeah, Berserker's so much easier to play, and then DH has, like, meaningful squad utility. And Hollowsmith is Hollowsmith, I guess. I don't know. Hollowsmith is like a ton of cleanse in E-Gun between your Corona Burst rotations, because you can fumigate people. I don't know, man. Ever since Overheat got nerfed and everybody started running Corona Burst, I've struggled to explain why Hollowsmith is good, except that numbers are big when people are in squad and good at it. Super speed uptime, Forge 2, like, I don't know, man. I think Hollowsmith is just entrenched in my mind from when Overheat was the most busted skill in the game mode and it wasn't close. Question marks? We're way too big on reset, man. We gotta start figuring out how to shed people on reset. Because 42 plus another 15 from Tyrion is like... This cannot be interesting for the other two teams when we're this big. Low bursts, but its downtime has really strong fill skills and burst by overlapping skills instead of using singular skills like Zerker. But isn't that also DPS Vindicator? Like, DPS Vindicator has good burst, but your fill is also really good because, like, all of your greatsword skills are insanely strong. And you can just overlap them. I just feel like in a world where Corona Burst Hollowsmith is good, I can't make sense of why DPS Vindicator also isn't good. Unless it is good and people just don't bother running it because they're sticking to old metas instead of trying new stuff. This is the whole thing. Hold on. Oh god. Sorry, I didn't realize I was opening a can of worms with talking about how I feel like DPS Vindicator is disrespected. This is either going to be like a "you're right" and here's 2 paragraphs about why people don't run it, or it's going to be a "you're wrong" and it's going to be 2 paragraphs about how I don't know some intricate piece of like DPS mechanics in World versus World. Also, be right back 2 seconds. I'm blowing my nose. I'll be right back. I've got the humidifier running. It's clearing my sinuses out. It's good for me, but it's bad for viewership. Fuck winter, man. Like, A, fuck winter. But B, fuck being old. 24-year-old me did not have, like, sinus problems. Take me back to the good old days. When I was drinking like 40 ounces of Mountain Dew a night in undergrad. Skipping psych exams because I was addicted to World of Warcraft, man. Put me back. Do not put me back. That was a low point in life. DPS Vindy is good, but the reason Zerk and Hollow see high automatic dominance is because they use proc skills for the entirety of their kit. So because they're all radius skills... Hold on, let me make sure I'm understanding this. Because they always output damage around themselves, they coordinate damage with other DPS that use the same method. Is this like a lot of DPS Vindicators damage comes from like Scav Burst, which is ground targeted, and so it's like harder to aim it? Whereas something like Vindicator GS5 just always goes off around you? I guess Vindy does have like a bunch of weird, bizarre, quirky movement skills. Like you've got the Nomad's Advance, which is a leap. You've got Scav Burst, which is ground target. You've got Dodge, which is like, it doesn't always go at your feet. You've got a second leap on Greatsword, I think. And then your hammers are also ground target. And then, yeah, Road goes... Okay, I can see that. Like, Vindy's really good at doing damage in a rectangle in front of you, basically. And Hollow and Zerker just cleave at your feet, so you don't have to be as careful with positioning. Yeah, I can see that. It's also kind of how I've been thinking about Dragon Hunter, where Dragon Hunter has a bunch of, like, tonal damage. Well, not damage. Well, yeah, damage. DH has a bunch of, like, conal damage skills. Like your, Hold on, I have to think. I'm thinking. Are my friends fine? My friends are chilling. Yeah, my friends are fine. This is vibes. We're vibing. I'm healing my friends. I'm Gravwell. I'm Stunbreaking. This is bad. This is really bad. Get me here? I'm gonna drop a... Oh, I wasn't even CA! That's bad. Give me 5. Blast it. Give me Warhorn. My bear is dead. I missed that bear. I have CA up again, though. I really want to heal here. Ninja Tortoise is not doing well. You guys fine? You good? You chilling? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I was saying, DH damage is also like that, where Daybreak Slash is a cone, GS3 is elite, but then, like, the majority of the rest of your spear, and your spear auto attack is a cone, but, like, the majority of your stuff is still at your feet. Like, Spear 5 is at your feet, Spear 4 you put at your feet. GS4 is at your feet, and GS2 is, like, around you. So, yeah, it definitely still has that. And all your traps are at your feet as well. So, yeah, a bunch of that DH damage is still at your feet. I keep mentioning DH because that's the next video that I'm working on for the Everything You Need videos. And I think that's really the point that I want to emphasize about DH, is that on DH, your ability to do damage effectively is so reliant on your own personal positioning. Because if you're directly inside an enemy stack, you're not a Zerker, you'll just explode. But all of your damage goes at your feet. So it's about aiming for the edges and the fringes of a group to try and, like, pick people off, but not be so far into the stack that you just explode from the random counter damage that everybody puts out at their feet. I think DH is a really interesting profession to play from, like, a positioning perspective for that reason. And I think there's a lot of similarities between that and Vindy as well, where you can really extract a lot of potential out of DPS Vindicator, but it requires really good positioning and targeting of skill usage. I think that makes sense, though. Road's biggest culprit of dividing damage. It's the reason you see different DPS usage depending on scale. Yeah, no, that's true. I can see that. Like, the bigger your scale is, the more you just want professions that can cleave at their feet without really needing to think about it. And the smaller your scale, the more you want professions that can target damage at a specific location. Because you can't necessarily just run into melee if the enemy group is bigger. I think that makes sense. Noted, knowledgeable player, Viridian. I appreciate you spreading that. So I'd been, like, sort of thinking about it in that way, but I think you've articulated it in a way that's helped me connect a couple neurons that were previously not connected on that topic. Yeah, when you get to like, the squad we're running tonight, shit does not matter. We could bring any DPS we wanted tonight, and it wouldn't make a difference. Because we're just super blobby. Well, that's like 3 people in tail, huh? Yikes. I'll give resistance here. I see people getting... I don't have glyph ready! Hold on, I have to glyph? Hold on, I need a glyph. Can I get my CA back? I need my CA? I probably don't need my CA, but I'm going to use it anyway. We gotta break combat, see if we can res these people. Oh, they came back in. How about that? Come on, give me that emote. Did I get you? No, not fast enough. Good missed. Won't save you. Alright, now we can res our friends. Stunbreaking. Hello. Oh, this is just Val. I probably didn't need to see either, and I'll drop it early. This is an interesting strategy being employed here. I wouldn't suggest pushing in one by one if I was two separate groups, especially not when we're bigger, but... The important thing is that 1 Vindy hitting everybody for 500 doesn't matter, but 10 Vindys hitting everyone for 500 matters a lot. And that's one of the things that I kind of like about Vindy, and also that I think I like about Hollowsmith, is that anytime your commander calls for damage, you have a skill available. It's not like if you're playing Berserker and your commander calls for damage and Berserk isn't up, that you're just like not able to do anything. You can always find something to spike with on Hollowsmith or on Vindicator. Like, there's always at least 1 or 2 skills up. There's part of that that appeals to me. I think Reaper is also kind of similar, which might be why I like Reaper, because your Shroud is only 10 seconds. It's like anytime you want to use Shroud, you can. Good pull. Sunbreaking. AoE Sunbreak is kind of sick, man. Probably going to push in when Lord dies, if I had to guess. Yep, there's the push in. We're going to turn here, and we're going to shoot our Vine out that way. Give me 5. Clear... Oh, that's a lot of Condis. I can clear these. I can pump Condis on this. Never mind, they're dead. Scorched Earth was also the same way, where some skills are so much damage, it just doesn't even matter. Like the early days of people playing Zerker, where Scorched Earth basically didn't have a target cap. You just cap like... Or you just comp like 10 Zerkers, and they'd all run Longbow, and you would just throw your Scorched Earth down all at the same time. And if you stood there, you died. Yeah. Yep. Try Druid CA 3-2 Glyph of Alignment. CA 4-3-2-1-1-1. Wait, what? CA 3 2 Glyph of Alignment. And then end CA? Why CA twice? Is it ever advantageous to end CA early with how fast you can rebuild Astral Energy or whatever? Because I feel like it's just free if you hit Staff 4 into Warhorn 4. You get it back like immediately. Not end CA. What else is CA? Are you just saying like 3-2 Glyph of Alignment, 4-3, and then mash auto attacks? I don't know. Do I? Val says they are done, so I believe TM is probably also going to be done. I did. Because I was the one who fucking whispered Phoenix to tell him what map to come to tonight, man. We're friends. He's not your friend. He's my friend. You don't even... If I told you what guild it was, you wouldn't even know who to thank. This piece of shit. This motherfucker. Thinks just because he's the guild leader and commander and this played since release, he knows everything. Oh, actually, he says TM is still going to be tagged up for a little bit, but they're probably going to just try and dodge because they're not big enough. So if this is them, that's pretty unlucky. speak on that, though. Why do I want to get out of CA quickly? Is it just so I can re-enter CA faster because entering CA clears 3 condies? Because if that's what's good, I can definitely do that. I just want to understand the rationale. Do I have a trade interaction that will tell me? Druidic Clarity is definitely one reason. A super speed and stealth, I guess, is like one thing, but that doesn't seem amazing. Healing another player with CA reduces the cooldown of CA, so you can mash it more often, I guess. Minimize the amount of time you can't do into CA. Okay. So I want to think about it like a... Is it this is going to be a simplification because I don't play Druid, but I do play other things that are like Druid. Do I want to treat CA like Tome of Resolve on Firebrand? Where I don't go into CA until I have a reason to actually go into CA? CA 3-2's area Condi cleanse via blast. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So 3-2 is my skill combo in CA. Because it gives me a cleanse on blast, and it also gives me a heal on blast from Karakosa. Definitely want to go into it a lot. But I want to go into a lot, but I don't want to spend a lot of time there. So I want to go like CA 4 because it's a good heal, I guess, and then 3-2, and then just like leave. Unless I really need to mash heals with Cosmic Ray. I can try that. I can try and just do like CA 4-3-2, get the hell out. And then work on getting the cooldown back. Because like going into and out of CA to clear 3 condies every time does seem really good. And condies are the thing that I've been struggling with. So I can try that. I know you're not speaking with high confidence, but it makes sense, and I can see the argument for it. If I go Lingering Light, my CA is up all the time anyway. That's true. Yeah. Because I heal a bunch of people while I'm in it, and then I drop it, and then the cooldown's basically gone already, but I have to rebuild the energy, but I can do that easily with, like, Staff 4, Warhorn 4. Okay. And I'm taking Lingering Light over Grace of the Land for the Might Gen, basically. So this is what you would run post-patch, because Grace of the Land is getting nerfed. As is... It wasn't Verdant Etching. It was... One of these other ones was also getting nerfed. Do I still have the patch notes up? I do... Here they are. Ranger. It is also... No, it's Glyph of the Stars and Grace of the Land. They're getting nerfed, I think. Oh no, it's Rejuvenating Tides and Natural Convergence. Natural Convergence was the one I was thinking of. Where the hell is Natural Convergence? Or is that one of these? Hold on, I'll find it. Hold on. That was it. It was CA5. But CA5 seems confusing, and I haven't pressed it at all tonight, so that's fair. I don't think I have to worry about it. What do you do, anyway? I should at least check what you do. Please, I need energy. Let's read together. Channel your social powers, pulsing, cripple, and slow. Once the channel ends, people get immobed. It gives 5 people near me stability. It gives my... Yeah, it's okay. It's weird. Weird skill. Surprised Elite Spirit has seen so little play. I mean, doesn't it compete with Glyph of the Stars, which is like really good res utility? Like 3 target pulsing res at your feet or something like that. I guess I should look at what the Elite Spirit does before I just think that Glyph of the Stars is better. You did come on a pretty cursed night for Def, though. That was the night where it took people like an hour and a half to focus up to actually like get into fights. That's fun though. Alright, Elite Spirit. The Spirit of Nature. Summons a spirit target point, converts conditions on allies into boons. Oh, that's really... Holy cow, that's a lot of condition clears. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I can see that. And Stars is getting nerfed. Your objective is res utility. The one that reses 10 people might be competitive. Tell me more. It doesn't change when I'm in CA, though. He's the same guy. Oh, the Nature's Renewal does. I see what you mean. Okay. We're porting. That's fair. Yeah, I can see that. Is there a cooldown difference? 120? Okay, 120 is pretty long. And Stars is 60, so you could Stars twice. Every time you can Nature Spirit once, but a single Nature Spirit going down does seem like a very swingy ability. If you have Spirit Traded Slams twice, yeah, okay, that's true. Makes sense. Oh, Kabar, hello. Goonies guild leader. CA4 isn't that good. It's going to get nerfed to 0 might. The channel's long. You do have to channel it. Yeah, that's true. The Val was done. Yeah, TM is not. Val's calling it. We're definitely not going to be big enough anymore, even after you guys split, is the whisper I got. It's probably Val that still wants to run with TM. Yes. So there might be a couple Val on them that just wants to keep playing. TM did say they were going to dodge, though. Like, we're huge. It's fair. They're like 30 people. So if I pop CA, I'm like CA 3, 2, blast it for the Condi clear, and then drop CA. That's fine. Like, that's not griefing. That's just a big burst heal, and then if I feel like I can pull off the channel, I should. Or I guess maybe just like mash Vaughn a couple times until I see people's health not really going down anymore. Because like CA1 is my best heal that isn't my heal utility, right? Am I correct in saying this? I have like Caracosa blasts, but I can do that anywhere because I have blasts in CA. I have this enormous chunky heal, but I can use that anywhere I want. And then third best heal is like CA1, right? Because it's definitely not staff 1 or 2. And it's definitely not any of my mace skills, because none of them really do substantial healing. It's not Sublime Conversion, although that's good for like regen uptime. But if I need regen uptime, I can just use Healing Spring. Yeah, CA1 has to be like my best heal spam. Stack early regen, padding meters. I'm meter padding. They should have an arc DPS log for like anti-downstate healing contribution. Like what percentage of your healing took somebody from below 50% to above 50%. Then you couldn't pad heals. You'd actually have to, like, target people who needed it. Must return for Classic WoW. Have fun. Nice seeing you as well. Always appreciate when you drop by, Viridian. Glyph of Alignment in CA. It's Big Heal Cleanse. I can tap into it quickly again. Stay longer in CA to make use of Quick Draw 3 and 1 spam. Okay. And by Quick Draw 3, you mean entering CA triggers Quick Draw, and then because it's a weapon swap, I want to use 3 first so that I get the cooldown back on 3 faster. Because 3 is big healing. Yeah? So like Quick Draw should be triggered? Quick Draw. Oh, I must not have been in combat when I got into CA. Okay. I can understand that. I get that. That makes sense. My DPS brain comprehends. Can I tell you, by the way? There is a house at the end of our block that is being demoed and rebuilt, basically. Like, it's been a vacant lot with a busted house on it for basically ever since we moved in, and somebody's finally doing something with it, so they ripped it down to foundation. And they're now rebuilding it, which is good because it's going to make the block look nicer, but bad because it's construction noise all the time. You probably can't hear this on my OBS overlay. Actually, let me see if you can. You can't. Good. Noise gate is set up correctly. They're jackhammering outside tonight at 10:42 p.m. And as mad as I want to get, if I had to pick a time for a team of laborers to come and run a jackhammer in my neighborhood, this is like when I'd tell them to do it. So I feel like this is the least mad that I can be about the noise generation in the neighborhood right now, because I would rather have them jackhammer outside 10 days in a row at 10:30 than have them jackhammer one time at like 7 a.m. I'd lose my mind if they got here at 7 a.m. and started jackhammering every day. So I'm upset at noise, but I am the least upset at noise that it is possible for somebody to be. And actually, I think them deciding to do it at night is relatively considerate, but holy cow, man. If I was somebody who had to be up at like 7 a.m. to work and I went to bed at 9 p.m., and just when I was falling asleep, some asshole started running a jackhammer for an hour, I'd lose my shit. I'm glad that's not me. What are you talking about? Time PR Alt 1? Why are you hovering people's account names? You spy? You voyeur? What, and account names can't? You still don't know who it is. That's true. That could be anyone, yeah. No, that's true. That's also like how he kept calling Bullied by Ara instead of Zik. Also true. He doesn't. It's very inconsiderate. I did fills for them over the weekend for some GVGs, though, so I said hi. I did outreach. We did boys, and we also did DTF. DTF was Sunday, boys was Monday, yeah. Many people are saying that Chef is the glue that holds Cornerstone together. Yeah. You don't want to know what his comms were like during those rounds. You're better off not knowing. Do not try and find a VOD of that. Yeah, he gets... Unless the fights are super competitive, he'll just start commanding by going like arf, 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 bark, bark, bark. And leave people to like interpret what it is that he's actually calling. Yeah, he also does like all the shitcoin callouts. He's like Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. He's a fun guy. You should try and catch a girl raid sometime. He's an interesting fellow. What's up, Expandas? How you doing? Hope your night is going well. No, Blank? No, Girl is a very super serious raiding guild. The one time I went to a girl raid and posted a single copy pasta and Blank told me to delete my account. He told me to delete my entire account. He was like, you don't deserve that account. Your sense of humor is terrible. Don't ever do that again. Listen. No one's ready for that, man. I'm not doing that anymore. That was the one time that I out-memed Girl, and I feel bad about it. Here to take Viridian's place? What was the last thing I was talking about with Viridian? Hey, the very last thing we were talking about was, like, how to be better at Druid. But I feel like Keanu's got me covered on that one. Before that, we were talking about, like, why different DPS professions are meta. He was making some really good points about, like, how skill directionality and skill range influences how easy a DPS profession is to play. But that there's also, like, it depends on how big your squad is and stuff. So you could pick up from there if you wanted to. If you need a more structured prompt, it's basically why does everybody play DPS Hollow-Smith, but nobody plays DPS Vindicator, when on the surface they're really similar in terms of their damage profile and spike. It won't. Come on, you won't. We're gonna be in and out of this Gary in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Ruthless is gonna try and string it out to 11 just so he can say he ran for 2 hours, but... I'm boss champing. Do you want me to go and check? No, because then I have to command. Oh no, wait, you have your alt there, never mind. Yeah, just check with your alt. Oh. I gotta save all my brain folds for Wednesday, man. I'm gonna need them. Yeah, it looks like Love has also tagged on. Let me go ask Zorik if there's anything there. Yes. Cube is the guild that runs an 8 Mesmer per party comp. They do very interesting things. Fear is there. Okay, so Zorik says there's 50 blue on Red BL. He says it's fear. He's at 50 blue, 50 green. He's hoarding the content, man. He says green is night and blue is fear. Liffy, Liffy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh no. She was so excited to go to bed too. I love this guild. I love content. I love Reset Night. I'm on my UD grind. Yeah, nobody cares about the groups on this map anymore, man. We gotta go fight 100 gamers. 100 gamers, Yumi. They made OJs, we know. Oh man, I'm excited for Red. 50 people. And we're only 35. We're a svelte 35. No! Okay. But I'm grabbing nodes first. They are going to run away. He's trying to give Liffy an opportunity to leave squad. Don't let him. He can fight on red. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm going to red BO. I'm revolting, man. This is a mutiny. He knew, man. Yeah, they ran. Can you believe it? We didn't. Don't listen to this man. We did not fight them. Link 'em, Crow, you liar. Link your bags right now. Dude, I filled my water up before raid. I came prepared. That's also true. Yeah, but I can't put water in there because then I'd have to like cover it. I don't want it to taste like a fridge, you know? No, I don't drink bottled water. Look, Kuro, I don't know how they do it where you live, but I give a shit about the environment. I don't drink disposable plastic bottles. I can also reuse the cup, man. Kiyoshi, you've seen the cup I drink out of, Kiyoshi. My water cup is a fucking movie cup from Thor the Dark World. That shit is like 10 years old. It's probably leached like 2 pounds of microplastics into my body by this point. Oh shit, word? Okay. They should invent like a glass water bottle that's not heavy. I'd be all in on that. Yeah, like a light glass water bottle. Like one that's not heavy, you know what I mean? Like make it out of like cell phone screens. Those are durable. Agree with proximity-based reasoning. More damage in fewer places. Chinese seen near PV-style DPS rotations. Hollow DPS is everything, it's not close. Yeah, that's true. I do think that the differences between the Chinese stack and grind meta and the NA, like, NA is moving there. I think it wants to get there, but most people just enjoy movement and positioning. Can't I still take this if I don't own it? Oh, I can't. Okay, fair. Damn, he almost killed all of us. Yeah, I guess Hala just does have really good stand in place and grind. Yeah, this is the thing that Cube does. They're just permanent stealth. A huge stack inside right behind the gate. Dude, these are 100 gamers, man. I'm so ready. Yeah, there's two big groups, man. It's 50v50. I'm so excited for content. Where they at? Still inside? Can't see. Outside? No, still inside. Probably just still stacked behind gate. No, they portaled. Yeah, it's 8-man Mesmer parties running Mass Invis on cooldown. Yep. Honestly, they're a really interesting group to run with, Kyoshi. I'm just gonna walk into this with my commander. I'm gonna entangle people. Okay, 3, 2. I think that's where my blast was. 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm gonna wait for one more 3-2 rotation, and then I'll get out of it. 3, 2, end it. Warhorn. That's not a great Warhorn. Oh, I missed CA. I was supposed to use, or I missed Glyph of Alignment. I was supposed to use Glyph of Alignment in there. Good blind. And I guess I could just do it like here. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2 again. I'll just blast that field again. It doesn't matter. 3, 2, drop it. I feel like I'm spending too long in CA, though. Maybe waiting for my 3 skill twice isn't actually the play. Uh-oh. This is hot. I'll be fine. I changed my mind. I'll just win instead. Easy. Night am. This is supposed to be our Gary. What the fuck happened here? I wasn't asking you. I was like, it was just a general question. I still feel like if Cube ran like 7 Mesmers and 1 DH per party, that they would fucking slap. Do you imagine how fun it would be to be the DH in that party? You have 50 seconds of stealth and you just stand on top of people and drop traps? Yes. That's why they run the 10-man parties. They're still going. Yeah. Whisper Lithia smiley face. Because she can't go to bed. I love video games with my friends, man. If you don't like video games with your friends, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you like what you can and can't like. But I like video games with my friends. She hasn't responded yet. Gonna whisper a frowny face. The sniff is currently clear, Commander. No, they are on Ludgardus Conservatory, Alpine Borderland. Underground? They could be on first floor. I think they're on first floor. Well, like up top? Can you can't get to that cube. You're yoinking my doink. My party's here. Alright, night is here. Is blue here? Go ahead and entangle here. I see Condes on my friends. 3, 2. I can finish this channel. Like, I see people getting low. I see my commander getting low up here. Oh, never mind. They're all dead. Holy cow. They exploded. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, technically. My firebrand got roamed on by 10 players, Commander. Yeah. Where did you get roamed on? Oh, out there. Yeah. Gosh dang roaming boonballs. I'm going to save my firebrand. No, he's right. It's one wheelbender and 2 swords. What do you mean I'm in combat? Oh, I fall damage, right. That was green. And then also, apparently, blue has left. So to be clear, my firebrand died because your commander scrapper was typing in party chat instead of squad chat. Oh, okay, okay. I'm not off tag. Look at the shame box, man. Scoreboard. No, Zorik says that Fear left. Also later to me. Yeah. We'll see you around next week. Sounds good. We're much smaller then. I told him. We're doing 45 minutes later. KMT rallies for 3 hours, Lithy. It's in your contract. Fear left. I know. That was also my reaction. What the heck? These Lithy whispering enemy commanders to leave the map. That's messed up, man. The worst part is I think she might have actually done that shit because she wants to go to bed so bad. But no, man. The content awaits. We did. We had a fun 2v1 and we came out on top, and it was definitely better than chasing people around on green. Mm-hmm. What you gonna have for dinner? I don't have that information. They were doing the Pokemon card thing in the kids' meals. Kyoshi was getting like 10 kids' meals a day to get the Pokemon cards. It's true. Do you still have the 24 karat gold plated Pokemon collectible things from like 8th grade? That's fair. I don't know where they went. Honestly, we got 1 or 2 extra fights out of it. We floated maps on reset. Like, it's a good reset when you can float a map. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. And there's no queue on EBG. Fuck that, man. Ruthless, when he only gets to play once a week, is a different kind of beast. He might go for like 4 hours because he's so deprived from commanding. I know. You've done that in my lifetime in this game. It hasn't happened recently, but I've been there for it. No, that's when I command. We ended 2 hours when I command. I'm pause champion. Only 20 blue though. I'm PV Doring. Do you think minions contribute to OJs? Okay, never mind. Knight in Crankshaft. Okay. So it's Knight taking blue spawn tower. No, Knight didn't leave map. Fear left map. Yes. One was blue and one was green. No, it's 9, but the one guy is soloing them. That's how you do fractals with 41. Or you do 4 8-man raid statics and 1 9-man raid static. Yeah. You should just have me come in and leech this. I'm basically an empty body. Oh, that's fucked. Guess I won't come then. I didn't want to anyway. Well, Ruthless plays the game though, so I understand how he'd have a leg up on me. Thanks, Ruthless. Alright, Ruthless is done. We've exhausted the content. I'm going to go look at EBG anyway, just so that I can troll them a little bit. I kind of want to... I don't want to play Factorio. I might want to keep... No, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm tired. We've been doing like 4-hour streams for the last 2 weeks. I didn't have a chance to get a nap today, and also today was crazy busy. I'm actually super tired. So I actually think we're just going to call it there. So here's the deal. I've got a Discord if you want pings for when we're going to be going live in the future. I will try and do a bit of streaming over the weekend. I don't have a ton of work. Hold on. Yeah, I did hear that drama. So I've got a Discord link. I've got a YouTube if you want to check out some YouTube content for edited, curated World versus World videos. And I've got a VODs channel if you want to catch up on stuff that we have done in the past. I don't have a ton of things going on this weekend, so I think we'll try and stream a little bit of World versus World. I want to keep building this Druid muscle memory. I have a Powered Dragon Hunter video in the hopper that I would like to get some editing done on. We'll be around this weekend. We'll be doing some content stuff. Lots of free time available, which is going to be really nice. I'm going to kick you guys over to Kiyoshi, though, since we're ending a little early. I can at least give you somebody else to watch in my absence. /raid. It's Kiyoshi_. So go say hi to him. I'll kick you over in about 10 seconds. And if we do anything over the weekend that I'll be streaming for, I will see you for that. But till then, take care. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.